Twitch TV/Tadlock. Is that what it is? Tadlock?
Nope, I put it on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Let me know if it's completely broken.
Is that what it is? Tadlock? Oh. Oh, there it is.
Alright. I'm gonna play some Spyro.
Are you?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Spyro 1.
Spyro the Dragon.
I can live with that.
So I had a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think the Sonic games are good?
I definitely don't think they're as good as the Mario games,
Okay.
which some Sega people would be like
Sega
intensely
weird
offended
people.
by.
Yeah.
But I think they're probably some of the well, definitely the Genesis is the best games.
Yeah, that's
What about you, Tucker? Do you think they're really overrated? Is that what you're asking?
No, I just don't think... For those just tuning in, I am trying just to... me and Michael are doing a Let's Play, and I thought I would just clean up some of the stuff I missed, so I've been 100%ing everything, and so far I am up to the last world, Dreamweavers. So I'm just gonna kind of kick back and get some gems. I think the Sonic games are kind of weird because they are about speed, right?
Yep.
But it's kind of like they're not built to allow for that, I guess.
Okay.
Like, I guess if you're really good at it,
Yeah.
and you do it over and over again, and you're like, I've memorized this level, and now I can do it quickly.
Yeah, I think that's like the point of the whole speed thing. I mean, it's not like you can just like one-off,
Right.
like your first time just speed through the level unless it's like the first level.
Oh, these freaking turtles, dude.
But yeah, I think they made it like purposely difficult so that you have to die and play the level over and over and over again until you got it memorized and in your brain to the point where you can do it fast.
But that's not very fun, right?
Yeah. I never played it long enough as a kid to do that, so...
Right. Well, there wasn't really like a safe state. Was
Yeah.
there? I remember like
I don't
panicking
think there
because
was,
I had to
yeah.
like play through the whole game on a Saturday morning.
Oh, jeez.
Because
That'll
like you
ruin
get
your
farther than you ever have, and then it's like, oh snap!
Yep.
If I quit now, I'll have to do this all over again.
Yeah.
So,
I remember those days when I didn't have a memory card.
ugh,
Like, I started out with a GameCube without a memory card. That was an awful experience.
I bet.
Because I had a Scooby-Doo game, Night of 1000 Frights, I think it was called.
Yep.
And that was like a kind of like a Metroidvania, like
Sure.
3.5D platformer type thingy.
Right.
And yeah, I would have to leave the GameCube on for like weeks just
Oh,
to
God.
try and beat that game the first time.
Right. So if you turn
And
it
then-
off, then you gotta
yeah.
start all over again.
Yep,
It's
those
so-
were awful memories.
It's so odd that it's odd they would sell you a system and then you wouldn't be able to save with
Yeah.
it, which is like such an integral part of...
Yeah, nowadays you just got like 500 gigabytes on your system and you
Right.
just
Or you swap it out for a terabyte or two.
yeah,
and
just
that's it.
save. You never have a problem having space to save. And I remember like having problems after I got a memory card. I remember having too many saves or whatever. Like
Right.
I had a football game and the franchises for those, the saves would be ginormous.
Because it's like all the player data and all the records
Yep.
and everything.
And that would be like half of my memory card right there. So that was awful, trying to manage your saves and being like, oh, I don't think I'll play this game in a little while yet.
Sure. Such
And
an
then
odd thing.
I got a PS2 after that, and I
Right.
didn't have a memory card for that either. And I got Kingdom Hearts 2. So I left my PS2 on for like a month
Yeah, dude.
and like stayed up all night playing that game. That was
Got
really
it. I don't know, that sounds like a good time.
yeah. I liked that game a lot. I remember playing it at a friend's house. and I was like, "Ooh, this is awesome."
What about
So
one?
then yeah, I never played one.
What?
Like that was back in the days when like
Yeah.
story in games, I didn't care about it.
Sure, you shouldn't.
You think so, Tucker? You think you shouldn't care about story in video games?
When I start making stories worth caring about.
Yeah, that's true. Usually big games now, like, I mean, they don't focus on the writing a lot of the time unless it's like
I
a
know.
game it's centered around the writing, like the Telltale games.
Yeah.
Like the writing in those is pretty good, but it's only by comparison to all the other video games that are out there that are just kind of, here's a narrative to give you people to kill,
Right.
basically.
Like even The Witcher, I think has good writing, but I think it has good video game writing. I don't
Yeah.
think it has like good
hmm
compared to other mediums.
Yeah, video
Yeah,
games
Spyro.
has its own entire standard video game stories, pretty much.
For lack of,
Yeah, like the Tomb Raider story, that was just...
I don't care for that game much.
I pictured like what that would be like as a movie, and I
Yeah.
just cringed
Sure.
because that would be a really bad movie.
Yeah, it would be like a directed video, like
Yeah, it wouldn't be a good movie at all. But I mean, it's fun to play, so that's
a
good.
video game. I don't know.
Yeah. What do you not like the most about that game, Tucker? What grinds your
Um,
gears the most about that game?
I really don't like what they did to her character, but that's not
Okay.
why I don't like the game. I just think it's kind of boring.
Okay.
It's like Tomb Raider is cool because you're like fighting dinosaurs and exploring ancient temples, and then this game is just kind of like Uncharted without any of like the Hollywood magic. It's just kind
Yeah, okay. So you feel like it kind of, the reboot went against the grain of Tomb Raider?
I just feel like it didn't need to be a Tomb Raider game, really. I feel like that's how they justified it. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I think it would have just been like a
Its own
Uncharted
thing?
ripoff. Yeah.
Yeah. It definitely seemed like that. Tomb Raider with a, or I mean, Uncharted with a bow.
Sure. Which
Call it
sounds
good.
pretty awesome when you say that.
Yeah.
Do you like the, you an Uncharted fan?
Yeah, I have played all of them so far. Uncharted 4 is gonna be a maybe for me not having a
Sure.
PS4.
Right.
But yeah, I've played all of them up to this point.
What's your
Yeah.
favorite?
I've had a lot of fun with them. Unfortunately, I've only been able to play through 2 once,
Sure.
but I'm pretty sure 2 is my favorite.
2 is awesome.
It is awesome.
I felt like 3 had some really good ideas, and I think it's a good game, but I don't think it has the same
Yeah.
magic to it that 2 does.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I remember it was so weird at the time when that game first came out and I was reading the reviews and everything. I remember reading IGN's review. I think it was Greg Miller that wrote it.
Sure.
It was a 10 out of 10. And I was like, whoa, this game looks awesome. And then I read Adam Sessler's review, and he
Yeah.
gave it like a 4 out of 5 on XPlay at the time, something like that.
Yeah.
And he said that it's like living in the shadow that is Uncharted 2, the masterpiece of Uncharted 2.
Yeah.
And then I remember like being like, well, what is it? Is it good? Is it bad? I don't know. And then I played it for myself, and I kind of saw where Adam Sessler was coming from.
Yeah, like it's so weird because it's like I feel like it's just as good as 2. It's just
Yeah.
not special like 2 is.
Yeah, like 1 to 2 was huge.
Right.
Because 1 was a decent game, but there wasn't really anything special about it.
Right.
And then 2 was just amazing. Everything about it was really awesome.
I have not played the first one.
You have not.
I have not.
You're not really missing that much, other than I guess
Doesn't
the
it have, like,
story, if you care that
Zombies
much.
and stuff in it.
Yeah, that's one of the parts that I dislike the most about it. Because
Sure.
Uncharted 1 was the first one I played,
Yeah.
and I was playing through, and then I was kind of getting into the whole realistic Indiana Jones swashbuckling, popping headshots vibe.
Sure.
And then
It's a good
I think
vibe.
I think I'm getting like towards like the second half of the game, and then boom, there's these Nazi zombie thingies that start
Nazi
crawling
zombies are
out.
big, man.
Yeah, they are,
that's a
I
lot-
guess.
Big business.
Yeah. So those things start crawling out, and I'm like, well, what the heck is this? It just kind of
Is it like-
ruined the whole thing.
Because
They're like these creepy crawly thingies.
right, 2 and 3 are like not plausible, but they're not like complete fiction.
Yeah, they're
Like,
not
there's
completely out there.
a
They're at least
certain
a little more grounded than one
believability
was.
to it. Is one just actually just like straight up killed with zombies? Or
Yeah,
is there,
the
like,
zombie
some kind
part is like that. Yeah, it's just
Seriously?
kind of like,
It's just
yeah,
like-
there's these guys who were stuck in here and now they're Nazi zombies, pretty
Huh.
much.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
Do you think they regret that now?
I think they probably do,
Yeah.
but I don't know. There's no saying, but yeah, I think they probably did because they kind of you can kind of see how they tried to correct that in the next ones.
Right.
But I mean, even Uncharted 2 kind of had it with like the whole stone curse or whatever. Was that in Uncharted 2 or that was 3, wasn't it?
That was yeah. 2 was the blue people.
Yeah, 2 was the blue people in the sap,
Yeah.
which was really weird. But you got to go to like the
yeah.
cool city. I forget
Yeah.
what city it is because everyone's a different city. I think the
Right.
first one was El Dorado.
Valhalla. I don't know. It's like yeah.
El Dorado is one of them, and like is like Shangri-La one of them. I think
Oh,
that
yep,
might be the
yep.
second one.
Yep.
And the third one I don't even know. The third one might be El Dorado.
I think the third one is like Toronto.
Is it? Just some city in Canada.
Yep.
Seems
Not bad.
legit. And I played the PS Vita one too, and that one was pretty good. I
Oh.
would say it was a bit better than the first game, which is really good considering that was on a handheld.
Yeah.
I just like I wish that there were more games like that on the Vita because there's just like that's what I got it for is like AAA like games.
Right.
But yeah, they kind of
I-
jumped the boat on that one.
Yeah. I go through phases where I strongly consider getting a Vita just so I can play like anime nonsense games.
Yeah.
Because it
Yeah,
seems
that-
like the home for it.
Yeah, definitely. That seems to be like where that like the market that's
Right.
still
Because if
That-
I can play like Hatsune Miku Rhythm
Yeah.
Dance Party,
Shin Megami Tensei.
sure.
That's a big one. Yeah, that definitely seems to be like the market that's still appealing to
Right.
the Vita that new games are actually coming out for.
Sure.
But yeah, like the AAA market for the Vita is basically gone at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, they came out with Call of Duty for it, which kind of sucked,
Sure.
and that was
Oh my
pretty
god.
much
No,
it.
no, no, no.
Tucker, no.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, you're good.
No, I'm straight up dead, son. Shock killed me. Oh, Shock, why?
I think what like why I would get a Vita would be like if I didn't have a PC or something like that,
Sure.
or if I wanted to play lots of indie games on the go.
Sure.
'Cause that would seem to be the reason why I'd get one.
I don't really. I'm not on the go a lot.
Yeah.
Like I don't have a job I commute to. I just bike in, so it's not
Mhm.
like I need to kill time there.
Yeah.
Um. So it's
Yeah, I
interesting,
mean, I may be going a long car ride like twice every
right?
year, even.
Because I think
Like
that's kind
a
of
month almost. And even then, the battery only lasts so long.
right.
But I got my 3DS, and I'm happy with that.
Yeah, 3DS is a cool system.
Yeah, the games are really good for it. They got a decent library of very decent games.
Yeah, coming up here when I have some money saved up. Well, I have machinations to maybe get a PS4 at some point in,
Ooh.
let's say, fall.
Oh yeah.
Dude, Persona 5 is hard to argue. Don't do that again. Okay. Whew. Whew. Okay.
Persona 5? Is that why you want to get one? The main reason?
I'd like to play Bloodborne for sure.
Bloodborne, yeah.
I'm really bummed about the Phantom Pain coming out 2 weeks late on PC because I know it's gonna get spoiled for me in those 2 weeks, and that's gonna be a bummer.
Really?
But
Oh no.
like, I use the internet a lot, and I don't feel like I'm gonna be able to use the internet at all without that getting spoiled at some point.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's how the internet works.
Yeah, pretty much. There's always someone.
There's always
out
some
there.
guy telling you who Arkham Knight is on
Yeah.
the podcast. So.
While it's live.
That's
Aw,
probably
man.
the worst thing I've ever done, but I felt so good.
Oh no, Tucker.
But it's not like
Right.
it's not like Batman Arkham Knight is like Shakespeare, where it's like, well, whatever. There's no defending what I did. But
Romeo and Juliet both commit suicide.
Exactly. But it was the fear toxin. I think I know where I have to go on this level is very confusing. Okay. So I need to get up there somehow. But I don't know how to do that though.
Good old confusing 3D platforming.
Okay. I think I got it.
I think I can. Is Michael going to join us sometime tonight?
He's chilling in Vermont. Doing... I don't know if he's capable.
Okay.
Oh, crap.
Oh, Tucker.
It's supposed to be so comfy. It's so not comfy. Alright. I'm gonna give this one more shot, and then I'm gonna move on.
You do that, Tucker.
Alright. You're free to come and go. I don't want to keep you here. I'm just kind of chilling out and playing some video games, you know?
Sounds good.
Friday night. Okay, bye. Bye, level. I return home now.
Hey, Tucker, what's your stance on listening to music while playing games?
I do it all the time.
Yeah.
But not single player games.
Okay.
Unless it's like Binding of Isaac, I always listen to music because it's not like you're missing anything.
Yeah. Like any slight audio cues.
Right.
Anyone whispering?
But like, I would never listen to music and play like The Witcher because I feel like
Okay,
I'm playing
yeah.
that to immerse myself in this world.
Yeah.
And
Detracts from the experience.
yeah, in college I played a ton of like Call of Duty and listened to music.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. What about like Skyrim? I know you hate that game. Would you play that game with music?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's meant to be an insult.
No, I just don't care.
Yeah.
Like, what am I missing?
Yeah.
I don't think Skyrim's a good game.
Some of the music in it's good.
But it's like the same music as
Oblivion?
yeah.
Yeah, I know. But Oblivion music is like super nostalgic for me.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
agree.
really like seeping with nostalgia every time I listen to it.
Disgusting.
It is gross.
I think
Sometimes-
Morrowind has a fantastic soundtrack.
Yeah, it does too.
Um,
And a lot of them have like some of the same tracks scattered throughout.
it's the same theme usually.
Yeah.
Have you
But
ever
it's
looked
good stuff.
into like the mythology of that series?
Not
And
a
how
lot.
It gets,
no.
like crazy if you look into it too much.
Yeah.
Like,
I can imagine it does.
With
like
Chim. Have you looked into Chim at all?
No, I haven't. Who's Chim?
Chim is this concept that basically it breaks the fourth wall, if I understand it correctly.
Really?
And Chim is this concept that like Morrowind is happening inside a dream. And if you achieve Chim, it's the knowledge that you exist within this dream, and that gives you, the player character, the power to do what you do because you are aware of your status within this world, which is not real.
Really? That's some deep stuff.
I don't, it's like, I'm probably explaining it poorly, but it's really interesting to look into. Yeah. There's just
How
this
do you
concept.
find out about this? Is this like in the books?
Yeah, it's like if you read all the books in Morrowind, it's like hinted at, like with across the books, like each one has,
Okay.
or some of them have. Like,
Here's a
various-
description of it. I found it on the Elder Scrolls wiki.
Hit me.
It says Chim, or pronounced Kim,
Sure.
is a state that exists beyond mortal death in which one can break free of all known laws and corruptions of the gods. It allows for the user to return to a state before the mingling of Anu and
Uh huh.
Padme
Padme. Yep. She's
Padme?
coarse like sand.
and manipulate the Arbus.
Sure.
how they please. Kim is often associated with love, which seemingly connects it to the concept of God actually being love. Okay.
Okay, I'm with you
I
so
didn't.
far. Hippy dippy nonsense. Got it.
Yeah. Now it goes into the really, really
The real
seepingly deep lore stuff,
stuff. Oh, okay.
where you got a bunch of highlighted names that I don't know who they are.
Shoot.
The first and most famous attempt at Kim was the creation of Nirn, which was pursued by the god Lorcan after he saw the tower and began his Psychic endeavor.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep. Well,
There's
did
a
you
lot of
even
proper
play
pronouncement.
Skyrim, bro?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I did not read a lot of the books. That's
Yeah.
probably where I'm faltering here.
Alright, fair enough.
But like if you ever see like any of the cutscenes for like Arena or
Oh,
Daggerfall
God.
and
Those
stuff
games
like
are
that,
terrifying.
it is like so I don't know how to explain it, like
Nerdy.
yeah, like nerdy like that, yeah. And now like it's so mainstream and they handled the story a lot better. But like back then, like I feel like they established a lot of lore things
Right.
that are just like really weird and out there.
And now they kind of have to maintain that.
Yeah, maintain that. Yeah, you
Even
you
as
get what
the
I mean.
series is not that at all anymore.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Yeah,
Yep.
it's just so weird and silly.
That's why Lord of the Rings is cool, because it can never suffer
was-
from that, because it
Yeah,
finished before
Mhm.
it became, well, I guess the Hobbit movies notwithstanding.
yeah, pretty much. Good old Tolkien.
He was a fascinating man.
That he was.
I have nothing but respect for him.
Have you read any of the Lauder books?
The Silmarillion.
Have you read that one?
Yeah.
You
That
have?
one's not my favorite.
Sounds like purgatory.
Yeah, it's not great. I mean, if you're like really, like if you treat that stuff like academically, I'm sure
Yeah.
it's fascinating. But to read it just for funsies is like,
Yeah, I can imagine.
how did I
There was
miss
one.
some-
There was one teacher that we had named Mr. Tui, and we asked him like one time. We were like, "So, what's your favorite Lord of the Rings book?" And he was like this. I don't know how to explain. Like he was kind of like a hipster religious guy. He was religious. He was our religion teacher, but he was like this hipster religion teacher. So he was like,
yep.
"Oh, my favorite book was The Silmarillion." He's like,
can
"Really?
picture
Why
it.
is that?" And he's like, "Well, because you know." The trilogy isn't really complete until you read the Silmarillion, and it adds and enriches so much to the experience.
He's not wrong, Christian. He's not
It's
wrong.
like, okay, I mean, I don't care if hobbits go to sleep at 2 p.m. and eat a third breakfast at 2 in the morning.
About second breakfast.
Like, I don't know. I feel like I just don't need to know all those little details, and
Sure.
I think it adds a lot to a setting and lore if there's stuff that you
Yeah.
don't know about.
Yeah,
If there's like this unexplained past and
Like her
unexplained
story.
present.
perhaps.
Yeah, things that don't have to be explained, don't have to be fleshed out. It makes it a lot more intriguing and
I
cooler,
agree.
for lack of a better word.
Oh, this is interesting.
Like,
Okay,
have you
sorry.
seen John Wick?
No, I really, really want to.
No.
I heard it's awesome.
Yeah.
But,
I don't want to spoil anything for you, so
Okay.
I'll just leave that be. But yeah, John Wick had this concept that they didn't really explain a lot.
okay.
I mean, they revisit it and touched upon it every now and then,
Yeah.
but they didn't really like delve into it and like explain it and like hammer it in and figure out exactly what's going on.
Right.
Which made it really cool because it was like this thing that they didn't have to go into because they had other things that they wanted to do with the movie,
Sure.
and they just didn't need to.
Right.
But apparently with the second one they're going to talk about it more, so
Oh.
I guess yay? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. Because sometimes that's a good thing.
Yeah, it can be a good thing. But we'll see.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you ever played Warcraft 3, Tucker?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
A very long time ago, though. I don't really remember anything.
Are you excited for the Warcraft movie? Do you get into the lore of the Warcraft setting at all?
Uh, no.
No.
Let's be honest. No.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's... I don't have any problem with it. I don't buy into a lot of that, like, what would you call that, like, low fantasy, like...
Yeah, I guess, probably, yeah. Orcs, humans, elves, dark elves.
Well, like, I think, like, I'm reading through the Witcher stuff, and I think that stuff's awesome, but that's very much, one person's journey through this world that has, like, elves and dwarves and stuff in it.
Yeah.
Rather than focusing on, like, the elves are at war with the dwarves, and here's this, like, campaign, and...
Yeah.
That kind of scope I don't have a lot of problem, or I do have it's not as interesting to me. That's why I like the Lord of the Rings so much, because uses that as a backdrop, and then you have, you know, like, Frodo's journey.
Yeah, the small personal
It's easy
stories.
to relate to.
Okay.
But, like, there are moments in the Warcraft lore that are really interesting, and I think well done, like when they have to, the Cullen Stratholme, where he has to kill everyone, and it's kind of his, like, big turning point as a character.
Okay.
I'm doing this totally wrong. Shoot. I screwed this up. I screwed this up. I screwed this up.
Oh, man,
This is the last level of the game before the last boss, okay? Or the last... whatever. Anyway. I like World of Warcraft a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't like it for the lore.
Yeah.
So.
How do you feel about the movie that's coming out? Do you think you'll watch it?
No interest whatsoever.
No interest? Okay.
I'm not against it.
Yeah.
I just don't... There are so few movies I go and see anyway nowadays.
Yeah.
Mad Max being...
That is a good one.
Shoot. I screwed everything up. I'm the worst. Okay.
At least Black Ops 3 Special Edition will come with a working mini fridge.
That's kind of funny, but I don't know why that's such a big deal. I mean, it makes perfect sense. They know their audience.
Yeah. Store some Mountain Dew while you play the game.
I mean, what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Besides
it holds up to 12 12-ounce cans. 12 times 12 is 144 ounces of game fuel.
Yeah, that's... Say what you want. Playing Call of Duty and drinking Mountain Dew sounds pretty enjoyable to me.
Yeah. Sounds like the life for, like, a weekend.
Yeah, dude. That's all I need it for.
Yeah.
Sounds like finals week.
Yeah, it does. Oh, yeah. Yeah, when Advanced Warfare came out, well, it came out on Tuesday.
Yep.
And we were talking about it on, like, a Saturday.
Yep.
We were looking at it and we were like, oh, it looks okay. And then my friend was like, do you want to get it? And I was like, I don't know. I mean, if you get it, I can get it. We can play together, sure. He's like, let's get it. And then we saw that Zombies was in it, so that got us a little more excited.
Yep.
So we picked it up, and then we found out that Zombies is going to be DLC, and we're like, oh, well, that's awkward.
Right.
But yeah, we pulled an all-nighter just playing the multiplayer for that game all night.
I think that's a great game.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. I've put my fair share of time into it.
Yeah, I think the changes they made with that game are good changes.
Yeah. Yeah, they are good changes that did shake things up quite a bit, but still left.
It doesn't feel to me like a Call of Duty game most of the time.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing and a bad thing, I guess. Yeah, I had a ton of fun with it.
Yeah.
But I also really like Call of Duty, so...
Do ya?
Take that heavy. I mean...
Which one was your favorite? Was your favorite 3, or is that's Michael's favorite, right? Michael's favorite's 3.
My favorite's either 2 or Modern Warfare 2.
Modern Warfare 2, okay.
I don't think you will find a better competitive shooter on consoles. That said, I don't have an Xbox, so Halo, I have no idea. It's probably better, but I don't know.
Yeah. You've yet to get into that whole Halo situation.
I just like faster paced shooters.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Halo
so,
is a little slower paced, I think, than
Yeah.
like Call of Duty is.
And I'm just
Because
talking
you got
like,
the shields that
right.
take a little bit to go down, and then you got the people shooting you till they can run up and melee you.
Right. But
That seems to be the thing in Halo.
I think that's a good thing, though, and I'm bummed then that they seem to be moving away from that with Halo 5, at least from what I've seen. Because we don't need every game to be Call of Duty.
Yeah, we definitely don't. Especially since Call of Duty is like as multi-platform as you can get. So,
Right. God, this is a nightmare. Shoot. I don't have my route here. I spent like half an hour the other night doing the other flight level.
gotta get your strats down.
I know. Okay, I think I got
Marathon strats.
it.
Tucker.
Let's see. I think I'm gonna do lights, chests, barrels, copters.
They announced a new Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Is it?
It is a prequel, I think, isn't it? Or a
It's
middle.
between 1 and 2. Yep.
Yeah,
A
middle.
midquel.
um,
The folks at Beamdog.
yeah, that's the part I'm a little worried about.
Yeah. Because all they did was
The
make the
HD.
enhanced editions
Yeah.
of the first 2 games. Like, oh no, Tucker.
I got it.
You're turning into Kyle when he plays Braid.
No, it's good. I love braids so much.
Yeah. Apparently it's in the same engine.
Yeah, the Infinity engine or whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
That's interesting.
It's just weird because I feel like that style of game is so outdated. I feel like the only reason to make a new one is nostalgia.
Yeah. It is. Like, I've tried going back and playing those games because of all the,
The acclaim.
like, yeah, people have said, like, Baldur's Gate 2 is, like, one of the best games ever made. And so
Yeah,
I go and
it's-
try and play it, and it's like, oh,
It's hard
what
to get
is
into.
this UI? I don't know what's happening.
So,
So much text and menus and stuff like that.
if you are interested in those types of games, I really think Pillars of Eternity is worth a shot.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of that, but with a modern.
Yeah, a little more modern polish. And
Yeah, and it's a ton of fun.
yeah, I've been considering it. Just not yet. I don't have like the 200 hours to sink into it yet. Especially with Witcher 3 and then the
Right.
Phantom Pain coming and
Right.
Arkham Knight when that comes out and,
Right.
and finishing up Link Between Worlds
Right.
and got Hitman Absolution and Deus Ex Human Revolution.
Right.
Hitman Absolution.
This
Did I
isn't
say-
gonna happen. This isn't gonna happen. I'm gonna run out of time. Shoot. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Are Beats headphones really designed to trick you?
I think I got it. I think I got it.
Did you take it?
I don't know. I don't know. Yes!
Yeah! Fucker did it. Insert Darude Sandstorm here.
New record. Alright. See where I'm at. 970. Shoot. Haunted Towers.
Do you have an opinion on Beats
Alright.
headphones, Tucker?
They're crap. I don't know. They're made by Monster, and I hate Monster as a company, so
Do you really? Why is that?
they just make overpriced crap. And it's stuff for consumers who equate money spent with quality.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're fashion headphones, and that's totally fine. And if that's why you're buying the headphones, then it makes sense.
Yeah.
But if you, I think people who treat them like audiophile headphones because they cost more, I
That's
kind of
not
have a
the
problem
case.
with that.
Yeah.
Which is, it sounds snooty, but I mean, you can get such great headphones for that price.
Yeah. You can.
And I think
Without the big B on it and Dr.
I
Dre's
don't
name written on it.
know. I'm really strongly considering signing up for Apple. I don't even know what's the official title on it. Apple Music.
I don't know. I haven't looked yet.
But they're doing something I wanted Spotify to do for forever, which is actually curate music and have people say like, here's a playlist of great like reggae classics, like kind of
Okay.
give you a reason to listen to something, fill you in on the history. And they have like a radio station that's actually, it's not just pulling songs from a list, it's actually, here's a DJ.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's
Well, that's
really
cool.
interesting to me, and that's the kind of future that would get someone like me to sign up for something like that.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see them at least attempt something like that. I don't know how
Yeah.
successful it'll be in the long run, but
We'll wait and see. I think I read somewhere that like a pair of Studio Beats headphones, which cost like $250, $300, something like that.
yeah.
That they only cost like $11 to manufacture.
Yep. Sounds about right.
It's like, good lord.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
I feel like the same thing can like be said to some extent about Apple products.
Yeah,
That
definitely.
customers equating money spent to quality of the product.
But you're also buying into their UI and their
Yeah.
design systems, and I love
Yeah.
how Apple
And there are
does
benefits
that
to like
stuff.
Apple computers, how you can dual boot in both Windows and
Right.
Apple and everything like that, so it's really accessible. But I
that
mean,
said-
like, as far as the hardware, you're
Yeah.
paying like leagues more than what the hardware is actually worth
Right.
when it comes to the computers.
Yeah. Yeah. It sucks, but I don't have that huge problem with it because I feel like you get your money's worth out of it, even if it's not like, you know, you don't have a cutting edge PC, but you have a PC that can do a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Regardless of
And it has GarageBand.
GarageBand's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no Windows equivalent, really.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you can like pay good money for something like that, but Windows, their media creation stuff kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I hate Windows Movie Maker. It makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Yeah. I learned how to edit my first video on Apple Video or whatever.
Nice. iMovie.
Yeah, iMovie in like 4th grade.
Oh,
It was like
yeah.
it was like really easy. It wasn't hard at all.
Did you have like the Max with the little hockey puck mouse? Or are we
Yes, we
talking-
did.
Yeah.
No, not that old, not that
Okay,
old. We had
that's
like
what I
the
had.
big white ones where the CD drive came out of the front of the computer.
Oh.
Public school Max.
Okay. I had the ones where they were like in the monitor. It was like a candy-colored monitor with the clear backing on it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, those ones. Those ones still had a tower, right? Didn't they?
No, it
Or
was
did they
all
not?
built into the monitor. Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
I mean, at my elementary school, we had like the, what do you call it? Like a Windows. I don't know. I don't know my like retro computers well enough to
Okay.
say what it was, but it was like the first computer I ever had was like DOS, just like
Yeah.
command line, like
Mm-hmm.
run Pac-Man, and then I would play like this
Yeah.
really bad version of Pac-Man. It would be awesome.
Yeah,
That was a formative experience for me for sure.
I bet.
'Cause that was like pre-internet. That was just like, well, it wasn't pre-internet, but it was pre me having any access to internet. So it was just
Yeah. Hey
So-
Tucker, when the internet first hit,
yeah.
what was like the thing that you were most excited to look up on the internet? Like, what was something that you were like, yes, I can't wait?
Well, I guess it's so weird because I feel condescending, but what's the age difference between us? Like, I'm 23. How?
I'm 19.
Okay,
So
so
4
there's
years?
a pretty good gap there.
Yeah.
Because I just mean like when I was first introduced to the internet, I'm sure that was before you had any real... Because as a kid, I used the internet and
Yeah.
just like dial up.
Yeah, I was
AOL.
basically born with the internet.
Yeah. It was interesting.
Yeah.
Because the way we think about the internet now is so different than the way it was when I first had access to it.
Mm-hmm.
The big thing was I would have to ask my parents because it would cut the phone line, so it'd be like,
Yep.
are you
Yeah.
guys okay not using the phone for the next half hour while I look up stupid Flash games on CartoonNetwork.com or whatever?
Yeah.
Um,
I remember dial-up with like the screaming thing for connecting.
what?
Or it'd be
the-
like, yep, yep, yep. Those were the days.
That was pretty awesome, though.
Yeah, it was. There's
It felt
probably a
like you
website
were-
for that now, if you
Oh,
want to
yeah.
know what that sounds like.
Sure. It just felt like you were like jacking into something like
Yeah.
hacker style.
Plug me in, man.
Yo, Trinity.
I'm good to go.
I need a next. It's pretty awesome. And then I remember the first time I played online.
Really,
Just
what was
blew
that?
My mind. I believe it was Counter-Strike.
Oh, yeah?
1.6, yeah.
Wow.
Because I was using Steam back when it was basically just a server browser for Counter-Strike.
Oh, yeah.
So when Half-Life 2 came out, it was crazy
Yep.
to see the
Yeah,
progression there.
I can imagine. Because, like, Half-Life 2, everyone needed Steam to, like, get the patches
Yeah,
as
that
soon
was,
as they came out, right?
That was maybe one of the most excited I've ever been, because I loved Half-Life as a kid.
Yeah, the original?
Yep. So
Okay.
when Half-Life 2 came out and it had like all these games included with it, it was like you get Counter-Strike Source and you get TF2 and
Yeah,
or well, I guess did TF2 was that Orange Box or was that
that was Orange Box.
how did that work then? Because I
What?
definitely got Half-Life 2 the day it came out.
Yeah.
And I remember this Steam servers just like exploding, and I couldn't play the game for a long time. And
Yep.
but I didn't. Care
I know it's one of the
because
like the worst PC launches, just because like
But
you
it-
couldn't play it with Steam.
It's so hard to care because it was like the first time. It was like
Yeah.
no one had ever done something like that before, and it was crazy. And I just remember being. It felt like I was part of like the future. Like this is a major
Yeah.
event. It was awesome.
Gosh, you're making me so jealous, Tucker. Why are you doing this?
I don't know. It just because like it wasn't that big a deal, but it just felt to me like the industry was changing. Like things were gonna be different, and they were.
Yeah,
And here we are.
that's true.
And I died. And that's cool.
Yeah.
Levels confusing.
Rogue One will be shooting soon.
What?
The Star Wars spinoff.
Oh,
Rogue One.
great.
Yeah. Because we need more Star Wars. Warner Brothers apologizes for Arkham Knight PC performance. Now Warner Brothers is apologizing. This is
Like,
getting
better.
interesting.
I feel like it's all Warner Brothers' fault at some point.
Yeah. Warner Brothers Interactive has taken full responsibility for the PC version,
Wow.
failing to meet the company's own quality standards.
Wow.
On its support forum for the game, Warner Bros. Issued a full apology saying it heard the outcry of disappointment from the PC gaming community regarding the game's launch on PC.
Yeah.
Quote, "We would like to apologize to you, the fans," it wrote, explaining the problems with the PC version are what led to the suspension of sales.
That.
Warner said its top priority is addressing issues with the PC version, and it believes that it has, quote, "identified a number of fixes for the larger issues that were affecting PC players."
Yeah. I guess that's good that they did that.
Yeah.
I still think they're gonna give all the DLC away.
You think so? I think
I-
it's definitely possible. If they have souls.
I feel like I don't think it has anything to do with them having souls. I just think they poisoned the well so bad on this that because I think the DLC situation in that game is gross as it is.
Yeah.
It's too much.
But Zach's like in this case, the Dark Knight in support
Nice.
of
Good stuff.
it. Yeah?
Am I am I doing? Okay, I'm still missing like 100 something. That's crazy. Where is it? Oh. In Spyro 2, you could press a button, and sparks would point you at the nearest gem.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah,
That would be nice to have.
I bet.
Oh shoot.
Is there a finite number of gems in the game?
Yes, you have to get all of them to unlock
Really?
the final level.
Oh lord.
Or not the final level, but like the secret.
There's lots of gems.
I think there's 12,000 total.
Oof.
And I have 10,000.
You're well on your way, kid.
And I haven't done any of the final world.
Yeah, so that'll be a good chunk of that.
Yeah, I'm just about ready to call it here if I can figure out. Oh, here we go. Oh no, this just. Oh, I see what I have to do. Spyro, you tricky devil. Gosh darn son of a gun.
Because he has horns.
Nice. Good stuff.
Yeah.
So I think what you have to do. Oh, shoot.
Talk. How dare you?
This game's kind of mean at some
Yeah.
points. Yeah. Like right now.
Does it mean like Crash mean?
No, it's mean in a different way.
Yeah.
This is a much nicer game than Crash is.
Crash is just a butthole sometimes.
I mean, I could have beaten this game a long time ago, but I really want to shoot.
The whole 100% thing?
Yeah. So I think what I have to do is spin around here, go up there, and then down through. I guess there might be a delay for you, but I think you'll just snap.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you see that video of that bungee cord thing in the Dells that snapped?
Oh god. No.
There's a bungee cord ride. No one got injured, thank goodness, but
Ow.
like it was a bungee cord ride called the Catapult, and the people sit down on the ground and they tighten up the bungee rope, like they wind it up, and then
Okay.
usually they let it go. They
Sure.
let the people on the ground go, and then they just let them go up and down until it like
Right.
the slacks out or whatever, until the momentum runs out.
Right.
But they were tightening the rope, and they were
As you
probably getting close to releasing them.
Yeah.
And like one of the sides of the rope just like the gear just like fell down, and like a bunch of dust fell down with it, and like just crumbled down. That's like so scary. Like, what a close call. Oh my gosh.
That sounds terrifying.
That would be terrifying. Like, I do not want to go on those bungee cord rides at all now. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. Like, I heard like one time that like someone died on a bungee cord ride one time.
Yep.
And now after seeing that,
Right.
that's what happens to rides that aren't looked at under very close scrutiny and maintenance, because I'm sure they're not.
No.
And they're sitting out there in that kind of weather like all
Right.
the time. So screw that. Screw bungee cord rides.
Well, you heard it here first.
Yeah. Still want to try a roller coaster though, because I haven't tried one yet, and I think I'll be okay if I take one roller coaster ride.
Alright. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I
Yeah.
don't know what I'm supposed to do. I see the ingredients here. I understand how they fit together, but
Oh, no.
it wouldn't be this. No, it's gotta
Patch 6.2 of World of Warcraft is now live. Fury of Hellfire.
be. I really want to get back into Final Fantasy 14, but I can't because I don't have the time or the money, and that's scary. But it's
Why is
fun.
that scary?
It's the time sink.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
I'd really like to get into it too.
It's a really good MMO.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I mean, if there's like ever a day, someday, where
Dude,
I
I'll
have
join
like
you. I'll be your healer.
where I have like 1 month where I know that not a lot is going on,
Yeah.
then I'll just play it.
That's
Just
kind of what
Final
I did.
Fantasy.
Yeah. I only played it for about a month and a half
Yeah.
because I was working the third shift and it was really hard to maintain any kind of sensible schedule.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, but it was a lot of fun, and playing with the controller is awesome. It feels really, really good.
Yeah, that's what you said. That would be a really, really big thing for me too.
Because I
So I
was
like
like,
just sitting back and plugging a controller in, except instead of like leaning over the
exactly.
keyboard and
Like, it's very. Because I play MMOs kind of just to relax and
yeah, I bet it makes it a
unwind.
lot more comfy.
Yeah. I don't. I don't know.
Like this Spyro right now.
I don't know what I need to do. So, unless there's something. Yeah. Guess got it.
Unbreakable 2 is apparently a thing.
What was Unbreakable 1?
Shyamalan movie with Bruce Willis and
Oh!
Samuel L. Jackson.
Gotcha. Have you seen it?
No, I have not. Have you, Tucker?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that you remember.
Yeah. Well, it's such a descriptive title.
Yeah.
I hear. The ending is terrible. It's like one of the worst movie endings I've ever seen, but I guess it was because the studio made him change it at the last minute or something.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's basically just like freeze frame and then text. Oh, look at this. And it's like, and then he caught the bad guy, and then
Oh
that was the end.
Oh my
It's
god.
really bad, but otherwise it's a really cool movie.
Like
It's
we're
like
talking like Holy Grail levels of animator had a heart attack.
I haven't seen it.
Levels of ladies. Oh no, you haven't seen it, Tucker? You gotta watch the Holy Grail. It's awesome.
I know.
It's so much awesome.
That's what people tell me.
British humor
Oh yeah.
injected into the King Arthur's story.
I think I figured out what I need to do, and it's
Oh?
insane.
Uh-oh.
But I'll give it a shot quick, and if it doesn't work, then I'm gonna call it.
Sounds good.
'Cause there's nothing comfy about me trying to do this
Freaking
difficult
out.
task over and over again.
And Shyamalan has like one of the most,
Spotty.
yeah, most like spiraling out of control career in movies. Apparently he said, when asked about the potential of making a sequel to Unbreakable, Shyamalan said, quote, "I don't want to do a traditional second movie. That turns me off. That turns me off to making movies. It has to be a completely original take, something unexpected."
Sure. Good for you, Shamalama.
Yeah, good for you. Look how well that's worked so far. He made Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
As someone who doesn't care about Avatar, I respect him for going for it, I guess.
Okay, apparently Shyamalan said the arc of his career is reflected in his kids. When they were infants, he made films for himself. As they grew older, he began making films for them, such as The Last Airbender. Now they're teenagers, he's making edgier films again.
Of course.
Things that could interest or scare his teenagers.
Well, sure.
Shyamalan, a true visionary for all filmmakers.
What is this level? Oh my god. This is so not comfy.
Oh no, Tucker.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try this one more time.
Okay.
Because I am at the place where I need to be. I somehow figured out this insane death trap of a video game, and okay, so he's waking these people up. I don't want you to do that though.
Hey Tucker,
What's up?
the Star Wars spin-off is going to be filmed in 6K. Why is that even a thing? Why do you need to
That's
film
pretty
it
funny.
such small pixels? You can't.
I mean, most people.
Like, if that's digital, the file has to be ginormous.
It's like this movie's 18 terabytes.
Probably. Like, do you think 4K is gonna catch on like in the near future, Tucker? Do you see it catching on in the near future?
It would be awesome if it did, but from a consumer standpoint, I don't think I would buy a 4K TV yet. They're way too expensive.
Yeah. My dad actually just got one.
Ooh.
My dad's
What?
in the new and upcoming technologies, even though he can only watch like 2 YouTube videos on the YouTube app in 4K. So,
Sure.
well, there's more than that, but I mean,
That's part of my problem with it is there's just not
any
content.
content, yeah.
How do you get that? Oh! Oh, I figured it out. Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Understood. Let me just go. I made this way harder than it needed to be.
Ooh.
As I tend to do. Kiss me.
Why?
I need the heart power.
Man, this is like Dark Souls stuff right here.
No, seriously.
It really does remind me of Dark Souls.
Okay, thank the good Lord. We're done. That's it. Good night.
You did it?
Bye-bye.
Good night, Tucker.
Good night.
Are you sick of Spyro yet?
No, I love this game. It's just,
Yeah?
I don't know how... I don't think it bears streaming to watch me, like, struggle against this exact same part in this children's game over and over and over again. That's just,
Yeah.
That's
That's
insane proposition.
why I tend not to like completing games.
Sure.
So I don't go insane.
What's your favorite game to 100% go?
No. You put me in a tough spot, Tucker.
Super Mario World's good because it changes everything. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that is a good one. I would probably go with Arkham Asylum
Yeah,
because I had a good
answer.
time with that one.
good answer. I did
Gotta get
too.
those Riddler trophies.
Yeah, those were awesome.
So we're pretty cool.
And then they weren't.
Yep. Because
So-
you couldn't even play them.
Yeah. That sucks.
Maybe soon. Warner Brothers apologize. That's so cute, Warner Brothers. Do you think we'll see? Oh wait. Do you think we'll see another big like movie franchise come out of Warner Brothers now that they're like cash cows of like Harry Potter and the Christopher Nolan Batman movies and the Hobbit movies are all done with?
Just stop. What was the question?
Do you think we'll see another like big movie franchise come out of Warner Brothers now that they're cash cows of like Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter and Christopher Nolan's Batman movies and the Hobbit movies are all done?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you repeat the question one more time?
Do you think we'll see another big movie franchise out of Warner Brothers now that they don't really have much?
Oh, they'll always have something else.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Because they have Harry Potter, right?
Yeah,
They'll
I
just
think
remake
so.
that in 20
Yeah, they
years
do
and-
have 3 more movies coming out for Harry Potter,
Right.
actually.
They know how to make money. They're
Yeah.
really good at it. Yeah. I don't think you have to worry.
Okay.
Games-wise, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe you need to worry.
Yeah. Hey, did you know that the action figure for Quiet for Metal Gear
Has
Solid
squishy
5?
boobs?
Yeah.
Sick.
I just might get one now. I'm just kidding. That's really weird. I don't know why you needed to make that a thing.
Well, it's like this, see? It's like this. I have no real thoughts on the matter.
Okay. You're not going to get it, so it doesn't really affect you.
True.
Pretty much the same for me.
Squishy
It's
boobs.
not affect me much.
It's pretty interesting, though. You know?
Do you feel
squishy.
asleep, Tucker?
Bye-bye.
Quiet is very scantily clad and such